Hi, my rainbows. I'm turning myself into Chucky, and I'm going to read Somebody Fell from Aloft. I had signed on to an ordinary seaman on the Falls of Aradik, a merchant ship bound for England. The first time I saw the ship, I knew about her right away. She was an old Gertrude Sheepstow. I had sailed for years before when she had painted brown and gold. Now she's painted black and had a new name, but it was the same ship for sure. We had plenty of good crew on the voyage, except for one hard-looking ticket named McLaurin. He was a pretty good seaman, but he was something about him that I didn't trust. He was secretive and kept mostly to himself. One day somebody told him that I'd worked on the Gertrude, and for some reason he got a tremble over that. I catched him giving me all these ugly black looks, as if I was itching to knife me in the back. I guess it had something to do with the Gertrude, but I didn't know what. Well, this one day I was trying to work on our way through the dipping black fog. You'd be scared to know it had all the lights on, and it was dead calm. There wasn't a breath of fresh air. I shipped and lay down wallingly in the trough, a rollin', going nowhere. I was standing on my watch in the midships, and the McLaren was doing his tricks in the wheel. The rest of the crew was scattered around in one place or another. It was quiet as could be. Then all at once, whacko! This thing hits the deck right in front of the McLaren. He lets a screech that led my blood cold, and he falls down faint. The second mate starts yelling that somebody had fallen aloft. Laying out there forward to the wheel was somebody in something dressed in oilskins with blood oozing out underneath. The captain ran and fetched a big light in the cabin so we could see who it was. They kindly straightened him out to get a good look at his face, the big, ugly-looking devil, but nobody knew who he was or what he was doing up there. At least nobody was saying. When McLaren came from his faint, they tried to get out something from him. All he did was jabber away and keep rolling those big, wild looks on his eyes of his. Everybody was getting more excited, and we all wanted to have a body overboard as quickly as we could. There was something weird about it, as if it wasn't real, but the captain wasn't sure to get rid of it. Could it be a stowaway, he asked. But the ship was filled with lumber we were carrying. There was a space no living things could hide in there for weeks long without dying. Even there was a stowaway. What could Aloft do? There was no reason for anyone to be up there and nothing to see. Finally, the captain gave up and told us to leave him overboard, but nobody would touch him. The mate ordered us to pick him up and made him move. He then tried to coax him, but that didn't do any good. Suddenly, Looney McLaren starts yelling, "I handled him once, I can handle him again." He picks up the body and staggers at railing with it. Just then, he threw it overboard and wraps the big, long arms around him. Over they go together. When they're on the way down, he starts laughing in a horrible way. The mates were yelling to launch the boat, but nobody would get on the boat. No, not that night like that. We threw a couple of life preserves to get them, but everybody knew that wouldn't happen, so that was that. Or was it? First chance I had to go home, I went right over to Captain Shipstew, who the captain of the Gertrude was around. Well, he says the trip to Port McLaren thought we were going to board the Gertrude. One, he'd be pretty scared, the other one was a really big fellow. A really big one, picking on the McLaren and thumping around him. No way. McLaren was always talking about how he would get back at him. Well, the wet and dirty night of the two of them was there alone, and the big one came down and killed himself during hearing. McLaren says the foot rope was there using parted and almost fell to himself, but everybody who saw the rope knew that he didn't give away on his own. She had been cut through with a knife. After that, we came to the porch. The McLaren